Hello and welcome everyone to another video. My name is Ulti19, Ultimate Gamer 19,000, and today I will be explaining to you all the ability scores and the saving throws. So, you may be asking, what are ability scores? Ability scores in D&D is basically what constitutes what your character will do, how he'll be played, for example. Each ability score matters a lot with how you envision your character. So now for the first one, we'll be having strength. Now I do have a player of mine built, Path of Zilla Barbarian. We do have strength. Now strength, I feel like strength is quite self-explanatory. Strength is usually made for attack rules or to like lift heavy stuff. So that's strength. A strength saving throw could be made, for example, let's say a roof is falling on you and you want to like hold the roof up. You'd make a strength save. A flying boulder's coming at you cartoon style. You can make a strength save to like try to like push it to try to like hold it in place. I was gonna say if you're to try to smash it to smithereens, it would be a strength saving throw, but I feel like it would just be like a weapon attack. So next we have dexterity. Dexterity is basically how agile or how fast your character is. Now, dexterity is very important because it can be used to calculate armor class and for weapon attack rules. So now, that's what dexterity is being used for. Now, dexterity saving throws are made, to dodge out of the way of something. Is the most times I've seen someone do a dexterity saving throw is, trying to dodge out of something. Sometimes DMs might make you do a dex save to see if you can run across something fast enough, but that's very eh. So yeah, Constitution saving throw. Constitution is a very important stat because Constitution gives you extra hit points every level, and also Constitution allows you as a spellcaster to keep up concentration. Now, some spells in D&D have something called concentration, and if you cast one of those spells, you can cast it, but your character has to be doing something to keep it up. For example, darkness. You can cast darkness on an area, but if you want that darkness to stay, you have to be like focusing on it. And if you were to get attacked while concentrating on a spell, you would have to make a con save. And if you succeed, you keep the spell. If you don't, the spell falls. Next we got intelligence. Intelligence is how smart your character is. Intelligence is, can your character read? Can your character write? Things like that. Most characters decide to have a low intelligence, and that usually doesn't matter, because intelligence is used for saving throws, but if I'm being honest, it's used so little. As a DM, I don't know what intelligence saving throws even are used for. That's how rare they come up. So intelligence saving throws kinda suck. Next we got, and also intelligence is used for like wizards and artificers spellcasting, and also apothecaries if you do follow the dungeon dudes. Next we got wisdom. Wisdom, it can be used for spellcasting for druids, rangers, and monks also get something out of having a good wisdom, and clerics. Those four classes mainly use wisdom. Now wisdom is kind of how wise are you? Like, wisdom is being able to give out good advice. Intelligence is being able to make a good plan. Now, you may see a wise character might give your character some really good advice on what they should do. Maybe it's your first time ever killing someone. That's my PC, my fault. Maybe it's your character's first time ever killing someone by accident. Maybe they're a spellcaster. A person for high wisdom would be able to move your character out of that sort of feeling. And also, wisdom is used to fight against so many spell saves. A lot of the spells that attack you like psychically or mentally are usually just wisdom saving throws. Also, forgot to mention this. Constitution is also for like resisting poisons and things like that. Constitution is also used for that. My bad, forgot to mention that. Next, finally, we have Charisma. Charisma saving throws, non-existent. They don't matter. Now, the classes that use Charisma are Paladins, Warlocks, Sorcerers, which sorcerers should use Constitution. On my table, I allow sorcerers to use Constitution, but that's my home ruling. And I don't think any other class uses Charisma, if I'm correct. Paladins, Sorcerers, um, warlocks, yeah, or bards. Bards also use. Bards also use charisma. Charisma is how charismatic is your character. Can your character down talk the merchant to give them a little discount? How good is your character at sweet talking someone? Or how good is your character at intimidating someone? How good is your character at lying to someone? That is what charisma is usually used for. And yeah, charisma saving throws hardly get used. It's pretty non-existent. So now, since I do want this video to be a little longer, 8 minutes is good for the algorithm. Sue me if you want. I'll be explaining, I'll be ranking these stats in my personal opinion. First of all, let's give strength. Now, strength is useful. And for in general, I feel like strength is the fifth worst stat you can invest into in a general sense. Now, if you're playing a barbarian, it's going to be your but in a general sense, if you were to pick, if you were to pick, you've already picked your main ability scores. Now, if you were to pick, and now if you were to pick an extra one, I wouldn't recommend picking strength. Dexterity, honestly, in a general context, I'm gonna say dexterity is probably number two. One of the best, just in general stats to pick. Dexterity. You almost never want to dump dexterity. Dumping dexterity is a horrible mistake. I usually recommend players to never dump dexterity. So yeah, I say dexterity is the second most important stat to have good. Even if you're a strength-based character, having a good dexterity helps your armor class and your dex save. So if the dragon breathes fire all over on you, it's better to dodge it than not. Constitution. Constitution, number one, most important stat in the game in a general sense. Every single build in the game could use it. There's literally, unless you're playing a build that wants to have as little as HP as possible, but that's a dumb build. That's like a meme build. But if you want to make a semi-serious character, you always have to have a good constitution. And if you're playing a wizard or sorcerer, if you don't have a constitution, your character will die session 1 to a D8. I am not joking you. Your character can unironically die to a D12, not a D8. As a wizard, if you have a low constitution, your character could die to a D12. One D12 and your wizard just permadead at level 1. So make sure you have a good constitution, especially if your hit dice is super low. So constitution is number 1. Intelligence, the intelligence is number 6. If you're not a wizard or artificer, or plan on being one of those in a multi-class, intelligence is always a good dump stat. Your character doesn't need to read. Someone else in the party usually can read. It never matters. Intelligence is really just carried single-handedly by the wizard. Not many people play artificers because some tables don't even allow artificers, which I find crazy. But yeah, just don't dump intelligence if you're not playing a wizard, apothecary, or artificer. Wisdom. Now, wisdom and charisma are two stats that are both good. So here's what I give you. If your party is lacking someone that's good at charisma, I'll put charisma at number 4. No, yeah, no, yeah, number no, at number 3. But if your party has like a paladin or bard or a sorcerer, charisma's number 4. Because yeah, it's good to sweet talk the dealer or the merchant, but someone else is probably gonna be able to sweet talk them better than you. And if you have a bard or a rogue, it's no point. But I definitely would say wisdom is the third most important stat in the game in general sense. It's just so many saving throws. And important ones too. Because you may think, oh, dexterity uses a lot of saving throws too. But I don't think you guys realize some spells be having like insane effects that if you fail them, your character is basically out of the battle permanently. So a wisdom's really good. So to recap, in a general sense in D&D, you want to have a good constitution, a good dexterity, then a good wisdom, then a good charisma, then a good strength, and then a good intelligence. So yeah, this is all in a general setting. Also, this is all my opinion. If you disagree, leave it a comment. And also, if you want to see me cover something next, go ahead. I mean, list me suggestions. For my next video, I probably will start covering into some classes. So yeah, I do have plans to make a homebrew what if Rangers got a pet at level 1. But I will be waiting for one of my buddies to come over that loves playing Rangers. I want like his opinion on this, see how it would affect Rangers. So yeah, that's today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I hope you guys found it all this very informational. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, signing out, Ulti. Peace.